a critter crossing the street, kind of in the dark under the street lamp, and I was like, oh my God, nope, there's no tail. Look at the hunchback. That's her. I was like, Chatty. And I called her, and the creature stopped, and it was in the shadow of a car, but I saw it sit. And so then I hurried and crossed the street, and it was her, and she came kind of running at me, and she was silent meowing like, "Mah, mah." Like she was really happy to see me. So I scooped her up. I made sure Nouvelle got back across the street because he was being goofy and a car was coming. But so we all got back home, and then I got in the house, and I just started like saying, she's here, she's here, I got her, I got her. And Lydia came out of my room. She had been in my bed, and she was praying and crying, and she was sitting there with the other animals, and Ethan was still in the sunroom with, the orange boy, and he heard me, so we all rejoiced that Chatty was home. I fed her, and she had special attention and everything. And then after a while, Lydia had to go to bed. Ethan stayed up a bit, but he had to go to bed too. So I just was like, okay, well, I'm just going to stay with the cat. And we named him Lionel. That's what the name that Ethan picked out. Lionel James. And the lady, when I brought him back, she said his name was Boogie. Because she said he had boogies when he was a kitten. She was a nice lady, though. And I know she was sad. And I'm glad that I could at least handle that pain for her. She didn't have to do it. She said, I just don't handle death well. I just don't. And I was so worried that he was alone. And yeah. And little Chatty hasn't been eating, so we're going to write her name down. I got her some nice food today. All different kinds of food from Walmart to try to get her to eat. I think that, I think she's having a hard time chewing. So I think that's what's wrong. So like this stuff I got was like this, almost like a soup, like a pate, just completely, maybe like a gravy. And they're not even considered food to give a cat, like to be their main source of food. But at this point, she just needs to eat. So yeah, she's eaten several times today and kept it down. She hasn't thrown up, so that's good. Like I knew she'd been struggling for about a week with, I put food down and she's not really finishing it, or she's walking away, or she's sniffing it and being like, not interested. And she doesn't do that. So anyway, I made a appointment for her for the vet tomorrow just to get her in to make sure. And she also gets a steroid shot every few months to help with pain, so it's time for that again too. We'll write Bud's name down too. Butterstups. Hello, Peter. I'm writing down names for prayers if you want. If you have anyone's name you want me to write down. I saw another lady who writes names. She just writes names. I don't think it's for intentions, but I thought it would be a nice thing to do.